Batman. What I told you, man, don't fuck with a man, don't fuck with a genius. Take me to the cleaners. I to respect Jesus. What? Then I went to, hey, you're not like that. You're not like, hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the chat. Welcome back to the channel. Everybody is tuning in to another UK drill sauce reaction. Hey, we studying some new ham drill shit. This the deadly divide. Since it's deadly, you know it's somebody drop, headshot, kill it, bop. And you know they don't really use them bangers over there. They'll slash it, really put a nigga down. You know what I mean? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They don't do too. Hey, let me take my glasses off so you can really you can hear me. Deadly divide. So let's see who lost their lives. Let's get straight into the video. If you got another reaction for your boy, let your boy know down in the comments. You already know to like the video. You already know to sub to the channel. Follow your boy on every single platform, Twitch, whatever it gotta be. Let's tune in, get this shit going. Get straight into the sauce today.
In this video, we are traveling to the London borough of Newham. Newham has had an ongoing problem with gangs in the area. An example of this is North Side Newham versus South Side Newham, which has been going on for more than a decade. However, this video isn't focusing on North Side and South Side Newham, but we are instead focusing on the ongoing war between Manor Park and Drillford. These gangs are very close to each other, only being separated by one road, that being the A406. OM is a gang based on the Little Ilford estate in Manor Park.
They streets crazy as hell. A114, B167. Ooh, shit. Hey, let me know down in the comments if I got anybody from America watching shit or anybody from UK watching shit, bro. These streets would fuck me up, boy. These streets would have me dizzy. B167 sliding over to B109. This is the bingo board.
12. OM is allied with nearby Northside Newham and mainly beefs Drillford, which is what we are focusing on today. Drillford are a gang based in Ilford. Drillford is split into two different sets.
Drillford is a gang located in Ilford. Next to Ilford, look at that.
That being MCE, which stands for Money Comes Easy, and MOD, which stands for Mainly on Dough. They both rep the IG1 postcode despite being separated into two different blocks. The beef between these two sets has been getting very active over the last 4 years, with 6 people being killed as a result. It is unknown how the beef between Drillford and Manor Park started, but it's alleged that a Manor Park member named Farmer 12 was robbed by Drillford members a few years ago, causing tension between the sets. The first few instances of this beef kicking off would be when a Manor...
See, but that's what I don't understand about beef, though. The origin of beef, it kind of don't make sense to me. Okay, a mother get robbed, right? Boom, boom, boom. But it's just about, like, in the beginning, like, if people not beefing, I get it, I guess, bro. I get it. If somebody rob your homie, bro, get back as a motherfucker, bro. People be too prideful, bro. You know what I mean? To talk shit out, let shit go, bro. Then blood gets spilled. Motherfuckers don't want to turn the tide, bro. Nobody likes to turn the other cheek, when, especially not no grown ass man. People be too prideful, bro. They don't understand that you could lose your life like that, bro.
Park member named Farmer 12 would shoot a Drillford member named Giddy in the head in 2016. This would result in Giddy being put on life support, but he would fortunately survive. A few years later, in early 2019...
I know that's a hell of a traumatic experience, though. Being shot in the head, that gotta be one of the most traumatic experiences ever, bro. 50 Cent is one of the craziest niggas living, bro, for being shot in the head. Or even when anywhere close, bro, and still living that shit. You the most gangster nigga on the planet.
Giddy would be caught again by Farmer and another Manor Park GM called Snipes. They would find Giddy and stab him several times. Damn. He was put on life support and would luckily survive again. On the
Damn, hey, that boy Giddy. Hey, that boy Giddy got a guardian angel on his shoulder, ain't it? Shot in the head and stabbed up 7 times. Put on life support twice. Not once, but 2. Uno, dos.
8th of April 2019, whilst Giddy was in hospital being treated for the stabbing, the first person would be killed as a result of the beef. A loved Manor Park member named Niz, who was trying to change his life around, was attacked by multiple Drillford members. He was shot and then stabbed by the members. He sadly died on the scene as a result of the stab wounds. This murder is unsolved to this day, with no one being charged or convicted for this murder. Rest in peace to Niz. After the death of Niz, Manor Park members would be looking for revenge wherever they could, due to Niz being a loved and well-respected Manor Park member. However, only 2 months later, the retaliation Manor Park was looking for would come. On the 30th of June 2019, a Drillford member named OS would be walking in southeast London when 2 Manor Park members named Farmer 12 and Snipes would spot him. They would jump out.
Hey, these the killers right here, ain't it? These, who the killer, nigga? Who the killer? Snipes and Farmer 12. Farmer 12.
Of their car and would attack and stab OS 17 times, with the entire attack being caught on a doorbell camera. The Manor Park members would then get in the car and flee the scene. OS would stagger across the road and be picked up by a passing car and taken to hospital. Unfortunately, he would be pronounced dead hours later as a result of the stab wounds. The car used by the Manor Park members was then burned. However, Farmer and Snipes were still arrested and charged in connection to the murder. They were both found guilty, with them being sentenced to a minimum of 21 and 23 years. Rest in peace, OS. On the 28th of September 2019, a Manor Park member named Specs would carry out a double...
Hey, bro, and that's another thing about a lot of the dudes that be doing crimes over there. They look like real-life regular dudes. This is like a computer genius. This is like the IT guy that's going to come into the office and fix the computers and shit. Specs. He don't look like no type of killer murderer, but that's how they get your ass out there.
Shooting on Drillford members. He would hit both members, putting them both in critical condition. However, they would make a recovery. Drillford members would look for retaliation wherever they could for the double shooting incident. And one of the most brutal incidents would take place throughout the beef. And eventually, they would find it. On the 19th of November 2019, a friend of Specs named Sharik Khan would phone Specs and arrange to meet together. What Specs didn't know was that his friend had been getting close with Drillford.
Damn, back door situation, you heard? Back door. Come out the back door. How your fan in your back door?
Members. Specs would get in Sharik Khan's car and would drive to a block of garages in Hursley Gardens. What Specs didn't know was that he was being set up. Upon arriving at the block of garages, another car would pull in and enter the garages. The second car would contain multiple Drillford members. The Drillford members would get out of their car and start attacking Specs. Specs managed to get away shortly, but was chased and stabbed over 50 times, all over...
50? 50? 55! Over 50 times? You can't tell me that's a damn. Come on. How you talking about? What you gonna do? Tell me what you're gonna do when somebody stab you 50 times.
His body. Sadly, Specs would be pronounced dead at 10:53 p.m. just 30 minutes after being attacked. Police would track the attackers through fingerprints on the vehicles and DNA left at the scene. This resulted in all 7 members involved in the murder of Specs.
Got him. All 7. This nigga, this second, his garbage as hell. He needs to go down. Fuck anything else. Fuck the crime. The crime was this haircut. This haircut bogus as hell. Bold haircut have not. He look like he need big head. This nigga like a slob. He look like these two niggas are usual suspects.
Being sentenced to 128 years in prison combined. However, the violence wouldn't stop there. In 2020, Manor Park members would start making music. This wasn't unheard of, as Farmer 12 rapped before getting jailed for life. But other members would start jumping on tracks and telling the media about what was going on in the streets. Manor Park and Drillford often dissed fallen...
I think that's the one thing I really don't like, bro. Me and my brother was just talking about that shit. The one thing about this new generation, bro, there was no like he just said before this shit, they was not on tracks rapping, bro. They literally got on tracks just to rap, just to tell the streets about what's going on because they don't have enough fame. It happens when you have no other purpose in life. I understand you just find other dumbass ways to crash out.
Members in each other in these songs.
That glide, home right, I got my guys. Shot and shank survive. Shot and shanked and this beef is fucked.
Boyfriend and girlfriend both got fried. Giddy got chinked and he almost died. Snipes had him looking like Frankenstein.
That's because he got, damn. Oh, because he got zipped up 50 Damn.
Escalate how many times? I knew when it was slushing ice. I'm too catty, I'm splat.
Drillford members also started rapping, although they had been rapping for over 6 years. Drillford's main rappers are Show Psycho and Giddy. Manor Park's main rappers are Farmer 12, M12, and Reki. On the 1st of November 2020, a Drillford member named Yellows was riding on his bike around Ilford. Whilst he was riding his bike, Manor Park members would be on a ride out looking for ops. A Manor Park member named S. Loose would see Yellows and run him over whilst he was on his bike. 2 other Manor Park members would get out of the car and shoot Yellows in the head twice. Yellows was sadly pronounced dead on the scene, but the ride out didn't end for S. Loose and the other Manor Park members. They carried on looking for ops, and 15 minutes later they would spot another op shooting him in the chest. Luckily, the second man survived. S. Loose would be the only one arrested in connection to this murder, as phone records and DNA evidence proved he was the driver, with the gunman still not being identified or arrested. S. Loose would be given a combined sentence of 35 years for this murder, and a shooting he committed moments after the murder. Rest in peace, Yellow. Whilst Manor Park and Drillford were dissing each other on Snapchat and in songs, shootings and stabbings would be happening in the streets. A Drillford member named Giddy would start dropping tracks around this time as well. Giddy has been present throughout all of the beef. If you remember, he was stabbed by Farmer 12 on 2 different occasions.
Man, if you remember me, Giddy, man, like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you made this far, get in tune with your boy 5K on the way.
In the early days of the rivalry. Whilst a lot of Giddy's songs were leaked, he would still diss his ops loads in these songs. Sadly, this road life would catch up to Giddy in the worst way.
Police are holding a news conference after a shooting that left 2 people dead and a 3rd critically injured. Let's just listen in.
On the 25th of October 2022, Giddy and his cousin, named Zach, were trapping out of a bando on Henley Road. What they didn't know was that Manor Park members got the drop on Giddy and the other people in the trap house and planned to ride out that night. After midnight on the 25th of October 2022, 2 cars would park outside of the house. One of the Manor Park members, wearing a black Joker mask, would then go through the front door and would start shooting at everyone in the house. Giddy and his cousin Zach, who was a civilian, were both shot and then stabbed multiple times. They were both...
That be the thing, bro. That's the only thing about this UK shit, bro. It seems so much more personal and intense, bro, because of the stabbings. Because to get up and close and personal on a motherfucker to stab him, bro. Oof. Pain. I said all this pain. I mean, pain. Like, what the...
Pronounced dead on the scene, with 2 other men being left in critical
Real
condition
pressure.
after being shot multiple times. Zach, who was a civilian, was shot 7 times and stabbed 5 times, and Giddy was shot 4 times and stabbed 28 times. Other Drillford members would...
That's a combined 35 times in his lifetime that he's been stabbed. 35 times confirmed. That's not the times that he been, you know, the little accidents on the street and shit. 35 confirmed stabbings just to him alone. Jesus Christmas.
Start jumping out of windows and hiding within the house whilst this was happening. This incident quickly hit the news with how brutal it was. CCTV was released a few days after the murders. It showed the killers fleeing the house, running to a getaway vehicle. Five men have been arrested and have all been found guilty of the double murder.
These look like all the same name, man. Yeah, that's these niggas. They all brothers and shit.
Of Giddy and Zach.
This nigga on the end, though, like he can't be nothing but more than 16.
One of the men was
17.
not found guilty of murder, but instead found guilty of perverting the course of justice after burning the getaway car used in the attack. Rest in peace, Giddy and Zach. Whilst there haven't been any murders linked to the rivalry since 2022, the beef is still ongoing in the streets, with stabbings and shootings still occurring. Recently, Farmer 12, who was convicted and given 23 years for the murder of OS, went on live and said he would kill another op and ride another 23 years.
23 years, and I'll get another 23 years to kill an op. When it comes to killing ops.
This just shows...
Yeah, it just shows how dumb a mother is. That's not personal, bro. That's not personal. That's not personal, bro. Mother be like, it's personal. You don't understand. You don't understand, fam. Bro, it's different. It's different. It's personal. No, it's not. You're a crash out. Low intelligence. What are you doing? You're giving these people a reason. But you know, it is what it is. Everybody can't be a billionaire. Everybody can't be the smartest person in the room. Some people got to be the crash out.
Shows how much these men hate their ops and don't care about freedom. By the time Farmer 12 comes out of jail, all the people that are around him now will have grown up and will most likely have forgotten about him. Whilst the life drill rappers or gang members lead looks appealing,
and that's what that's a lot of people don't understand about this gang life, bro. You go to jail one time, you can go to jail for the rest of your life. You come back outside and none of your homies gonna be out there no more, bro. And if they is, it's a sad story. Sad story. I guarantee you gonna go, bro. You gonna go. It don't even be the same when you free. The summers don't even be the same when you free. So you think you gonna miss 10 summers and life just gonna be the same when you come back? Nah, buddy. You're not gonna be on top no more. The jail is the end. Jail is the casket. That's the end, my boy. You ain't John Gotti. You ain't somebody. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. You're a low level street thug. For to take your ass and do that 30, 40 years. It is what it is, though. You know, you know what I mean? If you made it this far in the video, like the video if you like the video. Make sure to tune into your boy. Comment down below some more reactions for your boy. 5K is on the way. We almost at that 5K range. We above 3K. But y'all can make that shit happen for your boy sooner than later. We could turn up, be one of the biggest YouTubers out here. That's what I'm trying to get into. One of the best reactionists, one of the best vloggers, one of the best YouTuber content creators out here on this platform. So make sure to help your boy out. Like the video if you like the video. Comment, get your boy on the algorithm. Ponder in place that he's supposed to be. 5K in the way. You know we're going to be back with another sucking video.